Here's what the stats actually look like in the octagon. Cuts and bruises make up for between 20 and 57% of all injuries. Fractures show up in about 6 to 14%, and concussions make up for between 5 and 21%. If you're a heavyweight, the risk of getting knocked out skyrockets. That's why Derrick Lewis has the most knockouts in UFC history. The really scary part is the long-term damage. Repeated blows add up. Brain injuries, memory loss, even vision problems. That's why the UFC has strict medical checks, mandatory suspensions after KOs, and post-fight monitoring. Of course, fighting is about a lot more than how you attack. The defensive side of the game has evolved a lot as well. Fighters use head movement, footwork, clinches and rolls to avoid clean hits. Referees, most of the time, stop fights earlier to avoid head trauma. The UFC, thankfully, also covers rehab and insurance for its fighters. But bear in mind, this is not the case in a lot of smaller promotions. And what about the gloves? Well, in 2024, the UFC introduced new gloves with more padding that was supposed to reduce eye pokes. However, after a lot of complaints, by UFC 309, Dana White had scrapped the experiment, and actually, because of complaints from a lot of the fighters, they went back to the old gloves.